me double check where the chat is. There. Oh, very small. And low, we'll center it. All right. That should be good. Okay, I guess we'll see how that goes. We are live
again for the second time.
For the second time, for real this time. No joke.
Yeah, you can blame that one on me. There almost wasn't a stream because of me.
Oh, right. Yeah, we got a very precarious. So you open the door and you walk right into a tripod.
Yeah,
so,
like the door is behind that camera, and I was carrying a bunch of stuff. Walked in, said hello to Jeremy, and then Jeremy, what? Oh no! And I just hear this crash. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I saw myself on the monitor, just like I'm like, why am I I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
Luckily, it hit something relatively soft, so the camera's okay.
Yeah, I think it caught on the edge of kind of the tablecloth.
That would have been bad. Yeah.
Oh, and we're still in focus, so it's all good.
Yeah, cool. Ooh. Anyway.
Hey, Matt, how is it going? Wielding that wrench. Thank you. We appreciate you keeping the Russian bots at bay.
Yes. Spam porn bots. Yeah. Yeah, how anyone watched that? I thought very fun. Brawl Arcane.
Oh, yeah. Hey, there we go. AK5. Nice. How's it going?
Incompetence pays off.
Yes. Wow, 13 months. K5 has been a member. Thank you so much. Yeah, he's finally got access to, I think that's Cybertronic. Is the icon.
Nice.
Yes. So we'll have to do some more. I guess all the Tribes of Old Earth or something.
Well, I was just going to say, you know what I just realized? There's no, as far as I know, there's no like iconography or faction things for Oathmark.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have to make some, aren't we? Yeah, that's true. I think they have some kind of generic, because I know for some of the, there's stickers for some of the shields.
Right.
So, yeah, they may have some kind of generic, because I know the, like the Dwarven shields have kind of Viking type patterns, because they're round with that center.
Elves have kind of like, because you can get either decals or like paper banners from Osprey Games.
Yeah, right.
And Northrend. I think it's like deer, maybe like a swan or two for elves. Not what I'm going with.
Yeah, right. We need something a little more sinister.
Spiders. But good news, Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
We won.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We won.
We won. That's right. Yeah, all these YouTubers are like breaking their arms, patting themselves on the back. So not since they changed the design of Sonic the Hedgehog have fans spoken.
Well, to be fair, the original design of the Sonic Hedgehog in the movie fucking sucked, right?
Yes, it did.
Like, why would you not make it? Sorry, that was why. Why would you not make Sonic look like a live action version of what we all remember from the Sega Genesis?
Yeah,
game, right?
it looks like one of those, like when they do, the real looking Simpsons or something in CG, where they they look all deformed and,
it was horrible.
inflamed.
But yeah, we won! Yay!
Yeah.
Everyone,
So-
put your swords away, right?
But still, they're still very tricky with wording. So they're saying 1.1a.
Don't
ruin it.
Don't ruin it for all the fans who
That's right.
so
Oh, sorry.
valiantly
Yeah,
signed
Victory
that
Lap. I'm sorry.
petition,
Yeah, Victory
right?
Lap.
Victory Lap, right?
Yeah, there was one. I think it was Builder Bob was he's pretty much strictly 5e.
Okay.
So he read an email that he got sent from the kind of influencer manager of WotC,
Right.
saying we want to have a talk with you. Like we want to like sit down. And,
How much money can we throw at him, right?
Yeah, sit down and talk to everybody and find out like what you want and what we did wrong and how we can win your trust back. I don't know though. It's going to be a long road.
You think it's going to be a long road?
Well, I mean, it's if people are making this as much of a full time, or a successful side gig, a third party content development or for 5e, they want to get back to that as soon as possible.
Right.
They want to get access.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I no argument there. Yeah,
they don't want any interruption. But I think Builder Bob even said this is teaching people they need to diversify. Make content for multiple systems. Don't just only count on D&D or whatever, any one company to be your main source. And I think people have learned that in all kinds of ways. Like remember Facebook gaming, when there were all those there's all these like mobile games on Facebook, and then Facebook said, oh yeah, we don't do that anymore, and they literally like just killed all these companies that were exclusively developing the kind of mobile style games. But so it's I wonder what they're going to say. And the survey results that they posted in that little were pretty brutal. It's like 80% were like, yeah, you suck. Everything was like in the 80s and 90s. You're ruining my business. This is not what we want.
Oh, you actually got to see it, right?
Yeah, they showed. Well, I mean, it was their yeah, they didn't show like any raw data or anything yet, but they showed. But I guess they were. I think the biggest motivator for them was the bad fourth quarter, the bad holiday season for Hasbro. They're laying people off. And all this mainstream media attention from NPR and Forbes and everyone was writing about this.
Yep.
And I wonder what kind of motivated that. Why? I mean, I guess it's big business news because Hasbro's a decent, it's the toy company.
Yep.
But I wonder why it got so much mainstream attention, and that was what the shareholders and everybody were kind of freaking out about, because they're opening their Wall Street Journal saying, "Why is Hasbro all
Forbes?
over?"
well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Okay, my link here is I just saw when I was like, okay, still have a new phone, and kind of like swiped it the wrong way and got taken to like news and that kind of right. And I'm scrolling up, and half of it is like Warhammer Google thing, and I'm like, what is this promo shot of the Critical Role cast from Vanity Fair?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
so,
right.
and like I didn't read the article because I don't care, right? But it was all about they inked the deal for the animated Mighty Nine series and talks about like a TV show or like movie thing. And I'm just like, okay, the link there was TTRPGs, I guess, are becoming, or like the stuff around it is becoming popular enough to be mainstream non-nerd news. Possibly. Right? I mean, movies, TV shows. Yeah, I think that's what it is, right? But at least with like Forbes and all those business things, like you said, Hasbro's a big company. It's business news.
Right, and they're having a bad year.
Yeah.
They're on. Yeah, they've made a couple of big, with Wizards of the Coast at least, they made a couple of big missteps with that weird anniversary for Magic set, and now this.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is, right? There's been enough bad choices or enough kind of things that blew up in their face in the past that maybe they were a bit more under the microscope, where it's just kind of like you're still putting your foot in your mouth. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
but Builder Bob made a really good point though. Okay. Everybody that did this, that pulled these shenanigans, that were saying it's a draft and actually had this intent to stuff this new OGL down everyone's throat, are still working there.
Yeah.
They just said, okay, we're not going to get away with this. We'll try something else.
And that's the thing, right? Like that's the thing. Like you didn't win, right? Fans didn't win. This was not you.
Right.
In any way, shape, or form. This was like them. This was Hasbro execs or the shareholders going, we pissed them off.
Right.
Okay,
and
walk it back.
It's finally affecting our bottom line. Yeah. And we've got stuff coming up. If they boycott this movie, we're fucked.
Well, they're not because they won. You don't have to boycott anything, right?
Oh, we can. Okay, I'll buy the tickets now. I'll
pre-order
those tickets.
Remember, like we discussed on Friday, it's like not even like a week into this OGL stuff, and it's like, okay, we're not buying books.
Right.
Still going to play the game, still going to support third-party publishers, still going to see the movie. Oh, wait, the new Critical Role series? We've got to watch that. And it's like,
yes.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, Matt said, every WotC post now should have the Admiral Akbar. It's a trap meme. They're just trying to pacify. And that's what it is. I mean, because I thought they were just going to weather it and just say, whatever, keep have your little tantrum, and then just say, okay, now we're doing it. But they are trying to they are actually going to try to, it's okay.
Yeah. But okay, so everyone's like, all right, one of the designers I kind of respect before, like Rob Donahue, who worked on like Swords of the Serpentine and worked on like Fate and stuff like that. Like at the beginning of this whole kerfluffle was kind of had a really informative kind of like thread of tweets about Creative Commons and kind of discussing why some people might be wary of them. And we discussed before about how it's either kind of all open unless you want to have a huge, thing. And that's why we've seen this SRD boom about like SRD is Creative Commons, everything else is not, right? And so that I thought that was really good. And like even like a week into it, people were talking about how you couldn't go Creative Commons, right? Or we don't want Creative Commons, and now everyone's suddenly fucking throwing their hat in the air and championing the fact that we got D&D 5.1 Creative Commons, we won. But look, you're not fucking fooling anybody, right? And also like there was another really good point. I forget who said it, where it's like, I don't think WotC or Hasbro cares, right? They at this point have possibly written off 5e. Because one D&D or 6e or what do you want to call it is coming, and it's only 5e that's open. So like as soon as 6 rolls out and everyone jumps on the new fucking shiny, it's gonna go.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, there you go.
Keep making your 5e. Exactly. It's compatible, but
is it? We don't even.
We don't know. Right. Yeah. They talked about when they first announced that, they said it will be compatible with 5e. So I guess, but they said that because they don't want to slow down the third-party production, for the next 2 years.
Yep. Or their books, right? Any kind of books they kind of release, right?
Yeah. Right. Why should I buy these? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I can't wait to read the user agreement for using their virtual tabletop. That's going to be brutal too.
It's going to be worth visualizing a magic missile journey.
Yes.
I want to see what that looks like on the screen.
We talked about that on the cast yesterday too, though, the kind of response from virtual tabletops, and they did say they're relenting on all of that stuff that they said about only representing the tabletop experience. They're backing off of all of that. Virtual tabletops can do whatever they're gonna do, and it's all gonna be under the 1.0a, and they're just that's fine. So that's good news, because I was really worried they were going to squeeze Foundry. I don't care so much about Roll20, but some of the smaller VTTs that do really good stuff. We're playing now on Roll, the ROLE, and it's decent. I couldn't understand, like they used their terminology was a little weird, and I wasn't sure like what things meant. But now that we're in there and using it, it's very functional.
Nice.
So that's good too. And the when we first talked about it, there were like half a dozen games that were available, and now it's getting huge.
Nice.
So they're really escalating fast as far as like who's contributing content, and it's a lot of good indie stuff.
Nice, cool.
So that's good.
Now I've seen this morning like there are people who are like, who knows what's going to happen now, but people talking about like exploring other systems, and I almost kind of felt like I was back in 2012, 13, where. Don't die on me. Where people like, I saw a couple posts about like, what's so great about PBTA and how do these moves work and all this stuff, and I'm like, I feel like we're having this discussion 10 years ago from the apocalypse world boom, right? So I just kind of like we're going back in time and the cyclical nature of the internet, right? Since nothing's permanent.
Right. It's very funny.
Jeremy's dying.
Water, I'll be right back.
Oh, no.
Be right back.
Little does Jeremy know, I put something in his coffee.
I think so. It's taking effect.
I've hijacked the cast. Ha ha ha. All right. So while Jeremy dies over there, cool. You can't see it. There you go. So we've got a. Wow, that's weird because it's like I got a point here, but it's all the way over there. So we've got our little turntable set up. It's one of my elf sorcerers up there. Cool. You all right there? All right. Cool. Yeah. Don't die on me. I can't run. I can't pilot this thing by myself. I don't even know how to turn off the stream. It would turn into like a marathon.
I can't leave.
I can't leave. I literally can't leave. Right?
Oh man, sorry about that. Yeah, I think they didn't stir something good. I got something at the bottom there.
One of those big spoons of like chocolate powder on the top.
Yeah. Something caught me unaware. Yeah. So that's everything. Is that your caster is North Star?
I think so. Yeah. Everything there is North Star. Yeah.
Cool. Yes, I put some
Frostgrave wizard body, arms, and just an elf head. Which reminds me,
nice.
I don't know if like time differences and whatnot. This weekend only, and I think until Sunday. I'm not sure of the date on Sunday. Hopefully until like all the way at the end of Sunday. North Star, I think for the first time, is doing a plastic sprue sale. Plastic single sprue sale.
Single sprue, yeah.
I brought it up before. So there isn't actually a discount on any of the sprues, so it's not a sale in that sense. But this is the first time they've actually sold individual sprues, and it's for pretty sure it's for all of their plastics.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
You've got like Frostgrave. Ghost Archipelago, you've got all the Frostgrave stuff, you've got all the Oathmark stuff, you've got a couple Gaslands things.
Nice. Wow.
So yeah.
Oh, that's very cool.
So like I've talked up the Frostgrave and Oathmark and Stargrave stuff, that's the other one, for a while, and okay, sometimes the boxes are not intimidating, but sometimes you go, I don't need 20.
Right.
Or I don't need 30 of these, right? Because the sprues come usually like 5 models to a sprue. So if you were ever thinking about getting something or interested in something, like now's the time to do it because you can only buy like 1 or 2 sprues or mix and match. Like
that's
it
nice.
hasn't arrived, so I'm kind of disappointed it wasn't here. But I've already put in that 4 more Oathmark boxes that are coming. So that's the only reason I'm probably not doing it. But I was eyeing some of those Knoll and Lizardmen sprues, and even the Ghost Archipelago Crewman sprues pretty hard. Like. No, I can't pay for like another round of shipping. I still haven't gotten the first one, and I've still got the Wargame Atlantics Conquistadors and Harvester Bugs coming. So
and we don't know how long the Royal Mail is going to be backed up. So
in the email that North Star put out, because they put out their thing every Friday, they said things should be back to normal pretty soon.
Oh, good.
Within like a couple days. So yeah.
Excellent. Oh, well, that's good.
Hopefully.
Very good.
Ooh.
Nice.
Sorry, I was reading the screen over there.
Oh,
See what people are saying on the chat. Right?
Nice.
We haven't set the chat up over there because if it was over there, I would just knock it down when I walk in the door. Right?
We'll eventually get it also. As soon as you open the door, everything, the lights and the PC and everything tumble.
I think if that happened, I would just like quietly close the door, turn around, and just like go home. And like, all right, yeah, I'm out of here. That would be pretty bad. All right, what am I doing? Oh yeah. Just for fun.
Oh, cool. Abyss has Frosthaven coming.
Ooh,
nice.
That giant.
Yeah.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, that was really with how much things have changed when that was, because I think that was during pandemic that they had that campaign.
Pandemic's still going.
Yeah.
We ain't out
but
of it.
the kind of the height of it, and they were like 2020, and I was surprised they were doing it. And it turns out that now that shipping and everything is so insane, those like 17-pound Gloomhaven style boxes are good to get from the campaign, because then they can get a better deal on shipping because they're shipping so much, and then but buying it like from an online retailer or whatever, it's going to double the price.
Interesting.
The shipping,
I hadn't thought about that.
So it ends up being a pretty good deal for once. That's the thing you always have to consider is so many crowdfunding campaigns. If it goes to retail, it'll get discounted, and you're barely getting a discount price.
True, but I mean, yeah, that's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is what I've talked about before. We're like, okay, I like this thing. I want to contribute,
and everything is going to the creator. Yeah, that's the.
So I think I would I prefer it.
Well,
when,
10% to Kickstarter.
Well, hey, still less than 50%. You know,
Right,
30
right.
to drive through, 20 to watch. Yeah, but it's only 20. Anyway, if a Kickstarter campaign is pretty open about, not pretty open, completely open about being like, okay, this is going to fund a retail release. Cool.
Yeah.
Right. If they then kind of decide to do it later, that's a bit. Okay, you probably know it's going to happen, but for me, it's a bit like, you could have told us.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like I've said, any number of times, my feeling on Kickstarter is this thing is cool. I want it to exist, even if it's not necessarily for me or I'll never end up playing it. And I think I have to get better at decoupling the idea of money and worth, right? I forget a while back someone had a really good point about, you can just support things on Kickstarter or other crowdfunding things and choose the no product option, right? Like if you have more games than you're ever going to be able to play in your life, which we probably do, right? Like you don't have to get something. Right? You don't have to get something.
Yes.
And I've been trying to get better about that, but I still do. I mean, okay, blame capitalism. I still kind of feel like I need to get something more than just this being successful for the money I'm contributing. But
No, that is a good point. Because I do, stuff that I've backed in the past in games that I've enjoyed. When another expansion or something's coming out, it's like, we haven't finished the base game yet.
The box is still in shrink wrap.
Yeah, right. So it's that does make a lot of sense because you want to just support good companies so that they can keep doing good things.
Or at the very least, like if you feel like you have to get something, then like the PDF only option or like the STL option, something digital that won't take up space, right? Because space is definitely a premium for us tiny Japanese apartment people. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, that is a huge, and there's a lot of. I mean, that's definitely not an American concern ever. Is the size of storage because people convert garages and stuff into.
We're talking about people who are like wealthy, not like the 5 people crammed into like a 2-bedroom apartment to save money on rent, right?
Yeah,
I'm sure that people do that by choice, right? No, sorry, I'm just checking the fit of this barbarian.
My captain just lost his arm. It was in a weird kind of a weird position, so I guess it wasn't making enough contact. I'll let that. I was going to play around with some horns, but not on him.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you already assembled your captain.
He unassembled himself.
Unassembled. Autobots, unassemble.
This is going to start getting real satanic looking. I think it's going to look more goat-like, I think, than pig-like.
They're not like, well, depending on where you put them. If you put them like down here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, make them more tusk-like. Yeah, that might be an interesting... because there's a lot of hoods too that these can be coming out of, and I think it might be a gradual thing. It'll start with just a couple of miniatures, and then I'll start corrupting the whole army eventually.
It's like a blight that spreads.
Yeah.
Gross.
Nice.
Let me check out these 2-handed barbarian weapons.
Oh, Matt's saying he's down to about one a year as far as like Kickstarters and stuff. Yeah, you really gotta because there is so much like FOMO and just want to be part of a campaign because they do tempt you with little things. It's like, well, do I really need the sticker set?
Yeah, exactly. Like
supports
the sticker set.
There's a T-shirt.
Or the special day one launch patch and all that stuff,
right.
And like an actual like patch, right?
Right.
Those are still pretty cool. Right. It's hard to. I get it, and I suffer from it too. Like it's hard to look at something and go, "That's cool. I want that." Right? You're gonna go, "What are you gonna do with it?"
Yeah, that's true.
And for with Kickstarter, right? You never know when something's gonna. Well, you know when something's gonna fund, but you don't know when it's gonna get delivered.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true.
So sometimes it's. Like a nice surprise when you're like, oh, that's right.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I
can get into my chair. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I backed this 5 years ago. Maybe not that bad, right? Because hey, stuff happens, and as long as I don't know, as long as the creators are communicative, right? It's like, you know, sorry, this happened and that happened, and things are progressing slower than we had hoped, and blah blah blah. And like, that's all I want, right? Just
just not radio silence where
Yeah.
you're really wondering what's.
but or even, I don't know, as someone who has trouble with communication sometimes, right? You do that. Oh, I haven't talked to this person in so long. I probably shouldn't send them anything, right? Like that,
Yeah,
right?
let's
Like,
not make it-
but like, it's easy to give advice. It's harder to take it, right? But it's always just like, yeah, just reach out and say hello, right? So even Kickstarter creators, I mean, okay, fans can get nasty, right? But regardless of how many or how late you are, just still working on it, right?
Yeah,
Sorry.
just kind of saying not nothing to update you on, but it's still in
It's
process.
going, yeah.
Oh, Matt's asking, what membership level gets you the T-shirt?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you need to make swag. Yeah, what membership?
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that was just a test with a Japanese printer to see. They actually
cool.
do drop shipping, so I should find out if there is a way to connect that at all with them. But of course, yeah. Actually, no. I think they're international, so it's regional. So,
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Japanese-based company, but I think they can print stuff because they do say international
Right.
shipping. So I don't think it would come from Japan because that would be prohibitively expensive.
Oh yeah, it would. That's kind of part of the problem with doing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
It's
mean,
really,
not-
really
not-
good quality, but yeah, just you can't get it out.
Yeah.
For a
It's
reason.
not a problem. It's just like a consideration. Like all the times I've talked before about wanting to like make physical games and stuff, and I'm just like, I can't do that thing where the pieces get shipped to me and then I assemble it and box it out because
Right.
who's like, I have to. Things would be prohibitively expensive, right? Having everything get shipped to my tiny little apartment, having to fend off my kid from all these little bits and bobs, and having like
Yes.
assemble it, then ship it back out, and that all would like I can't eat that.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I'm barely paying my rent as it is, right? Maybe if I cut down all these little plastic people I was buying, but nobody's going to want to pay double the shipping,
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Just so we don't have a swap that.
Oh, cool.
There. So I want to see what an elf head looks like on this. What are you looking up on?
Oh, just dwarf spells. I'm gonna see. What some of the early level spells are. Oh, that's shielding. That's right.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that shielding spell only gives the models shielding if they didn't already have it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, don't quote me
Oh,
on
that's
that,
right,
but
that's
that's kind of what I thought it was. Oh, yeah, there's an elf head. It'll come out after we play our first game of Oathmark, but I'm wondering about the shield, how useful the shielding rule is, because okay, I'm pretty sure the way it works is if your unit has the shielding. Sorry. If your unit has the shielding special ability, it comes in like levels of like 1, I think 2, maybe 3 might be like the highest, but definitely levels. And I'm pretty sure if you get attacked before you roll your combat dice, of which I think there's like a max of like 5, shielding says you can remove that many dice from the number you would roll, and your opponent has to do the same. Right?
I see.
So it, and since you
Interesting. Yeah.
rolling like those 5 dice, you're trying to score a hit number, right? So if you're just going to get, because I wonder, because you definitely you lessen your own chances of hitting, but lessen the opponent's
Yes,
chance
right,
of
right.
hitting as well.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I'm kind of wondering if that trade-off, not if it works, but how useful it is. Only because the elven spearmen that I'm going to make up like the bulk of this army have, I think, like shielding 1, which is why I chose them over the swordsman.
Right. Yeah, I should look at unit as well.
I'll put there you go. Let's stick an elf barbarian up there too. Yeah, that'll be okay. Did something happen?
Uh-oh. No, did it? Oh, restart the router time. Oh, no. Oh, did we go down? Let me see.
Oh, is that router or someone else?
Oh, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, no, it's coming up. Are we still going out? It's looking green. Let me see what the. Yeah, we're good.
We still seem to be going.
Oh, Redbubble. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Matt. If you're still there, yeah, let me double check. Phone wise and stuff. Yeah, Redbubble might be a good option as well because the design. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easier for North America and stuff.
Or a TeePublic.
I'm looking at myself. Yeah, I think it's okay. Nice. Yeah. Did we have a little lag?
Maybe.
All right. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'll look into the options. I've heard people say the one that YouTube is affiliated with, Teespring, which is easy.
Oh,
they
Teespring.
said the quality is not great. Have you ever used them?
I haven't used Teespring.
Okay.
Oh, that's a great shot of us both looking down at things that we're building, right?
Yeah, that's like most of the stream looks like, just the tops of our heads.
Well, it's still yeah. Sorry, it's like we're assembling miniatures that are like down here. Right? Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, I've not used Teespring or Redbubble. I've done stuff through TeePublic.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I've gotten a couple Nymphwave t-shirts through TeePublic, and they're I just went kind of the